In today's video, I'm going to share with you my 3,000 calorie lean bulking diet. I'm going to show you everything that I eat throughout the entire day and what my macros are by the end of it. Just for reference, my current macros are 380 grams of carbs, 200 grams of protein, and 70 grams of fat per day. And technically this comes out to 2,950 calories, but we're going to round it up to 3,000. Now, everything I'm going to share with you here today about what I'm eating, my meals, my snacks, these are all my own preferences, right? I'm not saying these are the best food options to eat in a 3,000 calorie diet. I'm saying that these are what I like to eat. This is how I feel optimally. This is what I use to, for my pre and post workout nutrition right now, and what my meals generally look like. So maybe you can get some ideas from this, or you can just kind of get some insight into my own lean bulking phase. But by no means am I saying these are the best options to go with. Because the truth is, the best options to go with are the foods you prefer, the things that you like, the things that are going to help you feel most optimally when training and throughout the day. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I've got to give away a little special gift for you that you can take for free, so make sure you stick around for that. But before I get into all the exact foods I'm eating throughout the day today, I'm going to give you some context as to where I'm coming from in my journey. So I'm not at the end of a lean bulk right now. I'm just getting started. I'm eating about 3,000 calories. For some of you watching, that may seem like a lot of food, and that may seem like, weird to be a starting point. But for others, that may seem like a low amount of food, right? And maybe you're used to eating 3,500 or 4,000 or more calories to build muscle and get stronger and be in a lean bulking phase. And my game plan is to gradually increase the food as time goes on. So while 3,000 calories is about my starting point right now, I will be gradually increasing that over the next 3 to 6 months, and I will probably end up eating around 4,000 calories or maybe slightly under that in the next few months. But I just finished a fat loss phase that I did during the summertime. I wanted to look a little bit leaner, have a little bit more cuts and shreds while it was warm out. So for about 10 or 12 weeks, I was in a fat loss phase, and I lost about 8 pounds, which to me was a very successful fat loss phase because I wasn't eating overly aggressively. I was eating right around 25 to 2,800 calories. And now that I've started this lean bulk, I'm ready to get stronger, get bigger, build more muscle, and kind of go from here into the winter time and into 2022 with more muscle mass on me. So let's get into it, everything that I've eaten today and in the exact order as well. So I work out in the morning pretty much first thing when I wake up. So I woke up today, I always drink a bottle of water or a glass of water before I eat or drink anything else. I drank some of my pre-workout, which is from Transparent Labs. And then I had this Kind bar, which I found in the grocery store for the first time. I'll be honest, I've never had this before, but it was only like 80 cents or something, which is super cheap. The macros look decent, about 34 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein. So I picked it up, tastes pretty good, and that is my pre-workout snack. I don't like to eat too much before my workout, especially because I get up and I kind of get going to the gym right away. But I eat that. It's got some carbs in it, a little bit of protein, not too much fat, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And that's it. That's the first thing I had today. So after that, I went on over to the gym. I always sip on a shaker bottle full of water while I'm working out. And what I've been doing for the last 6 months or so is putting 25 grams of carbs in the shaker bottle and drinking on it, sipping it throughout my workout. And this is what I use. It's also from Transparent Labs. It's a carb powder. It's 25 grams of carbs in the form of dextrin, just to help limit fatigue, muscle fatigue throughout my workout. It's nothing crazy. It's similar to Gatorade, but I found that it does help during my workout, and that's what I do. I wouldn't do this in a fat loss phase when I'm eating less carbs, but this is what I'm doing now that I've got 380 grams of carbs to work with, and as that number increases, who knows, maybe I'll bring a half-gallon jug of water, and I'll put 2 scoops of that in it. So the next thing I ate was my post-workout nutrition. So after my workout, I came back home, I showered, and pretty much immediately or as soon as possible, I had this next mini meal or snack. So what I had was 2 cups of low-fat chocolate milk. So this turns out to be 2 servings. I measured it out in a cup and I put it in my shaker bottle. Just for reference, this chocolate milk has about 2.5 grams of fat. Some chocolate milks have a lot more than that. About 9 grams of protein and I believe 26 grams of carbs. So I put that in my shaker bottle. And then I took 1 scoop of Transparent Labs Whey Isolate. I just get most of my supplements from them. I use the carb powder, the protein powder, and the pre-workout, and that's pretty much it. So 1 scoop has 28 grams of protein, no fat, only 1 gram of carbs. So I put the chocolate whey isolate in the chocolate milk. I also put unflavored creatine. And as you can see, this one I don't get from Transparent Labs. I just get it from bodybuilding.com because it's a lot cheaper. It's like 10 or 15 bucks for like 80 servings or something like that. I get the unsweetened kind. I put it in with my protein shake, and that's what I had right after my workout, along with 200 grams in weight worth of grapes. I've been high on grapes the last month or so. Morgan's got me into them and trying them. I never used to eat them before, but they taste really good. They're refreshing, and I had 200 grams worth after my workout as well. So at this point in the day, all I've had is my pre and post-workout snack, and what that equates to is 140 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat, and 57 grams of protein. So that's what I'm actively trying to do in my pre and post-workout nutrition, is to get in some solid quality protein and carbs, both before and after, but I'm actively trying to limit the fat in my pre and post-workout nutrition. So the first full meal that I actually cooked for today was a couple hours later, and it's this meal right here. So what I have here is basically like an egg white omelet. I use the liquid egg whites, and I measured out 18 tablespoons today. So that's a lot, right? That's like, I think 5 or 6 servings. And this is just straight protein, right? There's no carbs, no fats in this. This is an excellent source of protein. I put some spinach and some onions in this little egg white omelet, which don't really have many calories. They're just there for flavor, some micronutrients. They add some volume to it. Then I had 3 whole eggs, so one of them is on the side, and 2 of them are in this bagel here. So I love these everything bagels. And I've also got 2 slices of lean turkey bacon on this bagel, and the macros on this turkey bacon is incredible. It's like 2 grams of fat per slice, and like 6 grams of protein. So that's way leaner than pretty much all other bacons out there. I've also got some ketchup on the bagel, and this entire meal comes out to 60 grams of carbs, 23 grams of fat, and 70 grams of protein. And this meal is what I would call an automated meal in my diet. I have some variation of it every single day because I never get sick of it. It tastes really good to me. It fills me up. I can prepare it in like only 10 minutes, and it's very easy to fit into my macros. Now, a few hours later, I had a snack, which was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I've got whole grain bread here, and this is actually really good whole grain bread. The macros are really good, 23 grams of carbs per slice, 2 grams of fat, 6 grams of protein, and each slice also has 4 grams of dietary fiber, which is awesome because obviously I'm having 2 slices, so that is going to add up. I used 2 servings of jelly for this, so I did weigh out the jelly on a food scale to make sure that I was actually accurate in that. And also, I used half a serving of peanut butter, which is not a whole lot, but that's all my fats and my calories would allow for today. So I did measure out on a food scale the peanut butter, because if you're not doing that, if you're just eyeballing it, you're going to run into trouble with seeing results and with, tracking accurately. So 1 serving of peanut butter is 2 tablespoons or 32 grams in weight. So I measured out 16 grams in weight, and this, can't go wrong with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They always taste great. And here is what me and Morgan had for dinner. It was a pretty good and delicious meal for dinner. What we've got here is protein pasta. So there's only a couple extra grams of protein in this protein pasta, but it's penne. I had 2 servings worth. So I measured it out on a food scale in grams before we cooked it. So that's what I've got there, along with 6 ounces of lean ground beef. So this is 90% lean ground beef, which has relatively good macros. I've also got 1.5 servings of the pasta sauce. They also give a serving in grams, which is 125 grams worth, so I measured that out. And we've got some asparagus on the side. So this whole meal comes out to actually 100 grams of carbs exactly for me, 21 grams of fat, and 62 grams of protein. So the only other thing I ate today that I did track in MyFitnessPal, believe it or not, is vitamin C. And the reason I tracked it is because the amount that I had equated to about 8 grams of carbs, which makes a difference, right? And I usually have about 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C per day, but this week I've been doubling it. I've been having 2,000 milligrams per day, and like I said, that came out to 8 grams of carbs. So that brings my final macros to the day within 5 grams of my targets for all the proteins, carbs, and fats, which is excellent. That's what I always aim for, and I tell my clients to aim for the best possible results, is to come within 5 grams of all of your targets, okay? So I finished off with 205 grams of protein, 383 grams of carbs, so I was over by 3, and 68 grams of fat, so I was under my target by 2 grams. So there you go, man. That is everything I ate today to hit my macros and my calorie target of right around 3,000 calories to start my lean bulking phase that I'm in right now. Hope you got some ideas or insight that you can utilize in your own journey. And if you're still watching and if you are looking for some really good, healthy meal options that also taste great and are easy to prepare, go ahead and grab my free Lean Muscle recipe book, which is in the first link down below. It's totally free. I spent months putting this thing together, seriously, trying to think of all the different foods and meals and snacks and recipes that I've been having over the last several years as I've been really improving my physique, adding more muscle, and also lowering my body fat percentage while doing it. So I've put them all in that recipe book. They're super easy. Like, you don't have to be a real chef to make these meals. Trust me, I don't know how to make anything, and these are foods and meals that I've been able to put together over the last few years. So go ahead and grab that, and I'll send it over to your email. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are looking to build muscle and limit fat gain along the way, definitely check out this other video that I've done recently, and I will see you on the next video.